Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be cutting into a loaf, one of my other loaves. I think I have, after this loaf, I have two other loaves that are still curing and one other pie that is still curing as well. So this loaf, you'll probably see the label as I'm showing you guys. If not, that's okay. But this is a vendor that actually closed. And this loaf is in Lavender Peppermint. So first things first, I have my wax paper. So I have my table lined. I have this knife that's a little bit dirty from the last loaf that I used, but that's okay. And I also have my bags that I bought from a local vendor and that I just stuck a label on saying Lavender Peppermint, so I know what I'm cutting up, the scent that I'm using, and all that kind of stuff. And I actually found this in my kitchen. This is a Pampered Chef cutter. I think this is used for pizza. Basically, you use it like this in a rocking motion. So I might try this depending on how things go with this loaf. But the last loaf that I cut from this company was extremely crumbly and soft. So we will see about this one. I'm expecting this one to be the exact same way because I can see the paper already on the inside. It is very, very dirty and like messy and everything is mushed together. So I'm just going to, oh, and a butterfly fell off. Let me put this over here for now. I will set the loaf right there. It smells absolutely delicious. So she got that right. But here is the a little butterfly that fell off. So I'll just be putting that in the bag. And this is actually the loaf. So you can see things are starting to crumble off already. That's the front side. This is the back side. There looks like there's a big cookie sticking out of it, and it is a half a cookie. So there's the cookie, and I'm going to just cut that up with my knife real quick into two different sections and putting that both in the bag. And again, the wax is sticking to the knife. Ugh. So just a quick reminder, I just started doing the, cutting my loaves on camera. I would really love to see everybody else's ways that they, cut into their loaves and their pies. It's just kind of fun to see and to watch. Here's another pretty little butterfly. This one's really pretty. Put that in there, and now let us try to pop this loaf out of the tin. I have a funny feeling, I don't know. This one it looks like is going to be pretty easy as well to get out. Just kind of loosen it up on all four corners and see if we can pop it out, which it pops out very, very easily. And this is the tin that we will set aside. So there is the loaf. As you can see, it is purple on top and blue, like a sky blue on the bottom. I'm going to I'm going to try my knife first to cut it in half the long way. And as you can see, it just slides right down because the wax is so soft. So here we go. Oh my gosh, it's so soft and sticky that it's like sticking to my knife. It's crazy. So there is the middle of the two loaves. Here is my knife with all the wax on it. This is basically like, some of the whipped wax is even harder than this stuff. I mean, this is like really, really soft. Almost too soft for my liking. So I don't think I'm going to use the Pampered Chef knife today. I think I'm just going to stick with my trusty knife that I have here with me, and we will see if the crumble is actually falling off already. So there is the whipped crumble. I'm just going to put that to the side, turn this over on the side, and begin cutting into about 1/4 of an inch maybe thick chunks. And then what I will do is cut those in half, start putting them in the bag. I don't know why, but I find that this is also very therapeutic for me. It's just, it's so weird. I don't know. I'm just weird, I guess, myself here. Okay. This one smells really good. It smells like peppermint, but like a sweet peppermint. Not really lavender per se. So here is the crumbly, crumbly, crumbly topping. As you can see, it is all crumbling and falling apart. Put that in the bag as well. I hate cutting the top into small pieces because every single time I cut, it like breaks into 4 separate chunks with just one slice. So let me just get all this wax off of my knife, off of my fingers, off of everything. In my last video, I did suggest if you guys don't like getting your hands dirty, you might want to buy some medical surgical gloves. You can get those at Walmart. They have them. And this bag is full. Unfortunately, because my hands are so dirty, I'm going to be getting the bag a little bit wet. But basically, you just fold it down, lock it into place. Again, I got my bags from a local vendor. She was nice enough to basically lend me or sell me the bags. So that was really good. Okay, so let us start on the second half of the loaf. I'm just going to flip it on its side and cut the messy part off. I'm actually going to put the messy part on the bottom. I'm just going to cut it like this. I'm not even going to cut it into smaller chunks because it's just too messy. Ugh. I would rather have a semi-hard loaf any day than an extremely soft loaf. So I don't know if it's just the consistency of the wax, if there's too much oil in here. The loaf that I cut up, that I first cut up, the loaf and the pie, those were from the Scented Princess. And that was actually like the perfect consistency. She has the perfect consistency wax for loaves. This is just way too soft. Just way too soft. And I have to get a label for this bag. But actually, I'm getting pretty good at cutting up these loaves to the point where it doesn't take me as long anymore. So that's good. Now let me just get my fingers and kind of scrape any of the wax that's on the surface of the wax paper and slide it right into that bag. And we're good to go. So I just cut up another loaf. I probably won't be doing another one of these videos for quite some time. The next loaf that I'm going to be cutting into, though, that you guys can watch for is by Hearts and Tarts Triple Scented Tarts. And I cannot wait to cut into that loaf. It's so beautiful. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.